I'm your dungeon master, I'm your guide, I'm your travel companion on this fun little journey.
I mean, I'm not the best at being subtle about it.
Trying is all we can do. I do not do stealth. I do not do it.
Kind of specialize in not being found.
Welcome to Health Hits Experience, the show where we discover the joys of interstellar space travel via train. It's going to be a great time. Thank you for joining us. I am your Dungeon Master, Brittany Lee, and this is my lovely train companions. Woo! Only Ian's excited about being on a train.
Nobody else
today.
is excited
Nobody
to
else
be here.
is excited.
We've been here too long.
We've been on this train for quite a while. So, couple things before we start. First is, if you had to defibrillate a centaur, where would you put the pads? Big questions. Answer now. Important. Very important. Second thing is, if you haven't noticed already, if you haven't been following, I have a new video on my YouTube channel. It is a behind the scenes of all the pasta videos that I've been making for the past 4.5, 5 months. So that has been my video for August, so check it out. And once again, if you missed it last week, we had a one-shot with our special guest, Nina, at Nina Wolverina. We had a great time, and it is canon. So that was happening while other things are happening in our universe.
Well, we were fighting werewolves, I believe.
Yes, while we were fighting werewolves, yep. So pretty close to this timeline. And speaking of timeline, let's just jump on right back in. I have another inspiration token. I believe Liz and Robin both have one. So
yes.
Between Ian and Rob, who would like to go over what's happened the last train session we had, which was not last week, which is the week
That
before.
was 2 whole weeks ago.
Yeah.
You expect me to remember that far back?
No,
All right.
I got a whole stack of them.
So we had a big honking giant battle against a bunch of guards, which
Yep.
we won.
Yeah.
Then a couple other things happened.
All right, there we go.
Sounds good to me.
We found out that Schmel is in fact a classically trained violinist.
Yes.
Yes.
And we will be recruiting him to provide mood music sometime in the future.
Yeah, also, we
Absolutely.
convinced him to quit his job.
Yes, we
Important
found the future love interest for Flux.
Yeah, it's the random anglerfish lady, I
yes.
guess, is my type now, I guess.
Who has secret information about some kind of archaeological, technological stuff that made Flux horny, I guess.
That's not what it was. But I'm glad this is what you remember from 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks. I mean, it's been a while. Then we went through a dining cafe car where a bunch of people were waiting for a barista, but baristas are never around when you need one. Then we went to a gift shop where we were apparently trying not to shoplift, but I don't remember how well that succeeded.
We broke a shelf and then left.
A
Yes.
whole shelf of snow globes.
Whole shelf of
And
snow
then
globes.
we wound up in between 2 cars, getting prepared to head off into the next adventurous train location.
That's true. There we are. There's your inspiration token. So, all right. So we are now between cars. Are we, per usual, doing a little peeky?
Always.
Yeah, I don't know
Always.
who's in the front anymore. It's been 2 weeks.
Well, I've kind
Last
of
I
stationed
checked,
you
it
all
was
like
me.
in a line. The hallway is not wide
I
enough
know
for
Cyrus
that to-
is not.
Yes.
That's the extent
Cyrus
of my
is
knowledge.
still prisoner.
Yes.
Okay. So
When we were doing it last, I was in the front doing
yeah,
peekies.
yeah. Pearl's doing a little peeky.
Go for it.
Yeah. Go ahead and do a little peeky for me.
I'll just position
Do
myself
you
behind
need me to roll
Pearl.
perception?
Yep.
Probably would be between 2 guards. Quote unquote guards.
Yeah. Well, we've got Flux disguised and Bibble disguised.
Ah, that is a
we-
5.
Oh no, Pearl.
Good start.
Pearl.
Back to business.
Business as usual.
Business as usual.
We had 1 session of being competent people, and now we're pirates again.
Y'all got like
When
3
we
nat
weren't
20s. Y'all got 3 nat 20s, and I was like, what the
Man,
heck?
pirates are
At
totally
me, I don't
incompetent
know.
assholes, am I right?
It's probably because we had our best buds Harry and Barry.
Harry and Barry. We don't have a Harry and Barry, so clearly we're not doing well. So you try to take a peek through the window, and
Can't
your
see shit.
your view is a little obscured by like a really plush-looking chair, just like so plush.
In the middle of the hallway?
Yeah, like it's definitely the aisles are actually
Interesting.
on the the sides. It's a two aisle car. So that's all you can see. Just the comfiest looking chair, back of a chair.
Weird. I'm
pretty
gonna try and
weird.
go in anyways.
Okay, cool. You enter into what you see in 510, which is the lounge car. There's a lot of comfy chairs. Lots of very different styles, so they it's a little mishmash. They're all on little swivels, so they can face whatever direction you want. You can look out the window, you can talk to your
Nice,
friends. Very big comfy chairs. And then towards the direction you're going, basically towards the back of it, there's a little table in the corner that's got some chairs around it that's got a strange game on it that's got a hexagon grid. Then there's some small figures on it. And there's a pile of dice next to them and a guidebook. Nobody's at the table.
Are you metagaming the shit out of us right now?
What game were they playing?
There's nobody there. There's just a game on the table.
I steal the game. The whole fucking thing. I'm just
On the other end of the car?
Pearl
enough
just
to-
walks up. Yup.
Hey, Brady, how many people are in this car?
Nobody. There's no one in
well,
this
fuck
car.
them. It's
Oh.
my game now.
Yeah.
Right,
This game looks cool.
I'm
Yoink.
just gonna look around to see if there's anything that's like important that might be here other than that game, which is obviously highly
It's
important.
incredibly important.
Very important.
I just want to make sure there's no people sleeping or something or hidden objects.
Nope. It's empty train car. There's some tables. There's some chairs. It's a lounge. It's made to be comfy.
I'm kind of surprised that this train car is so damn comfy, but there's nobody in it.
I was about to say the same thing, actually.
Like,
I guess nobody wants to be in relative comfort. All right, whatever.
Keep going.
fuck it.
We're just gonna keep going, I think.
I
Unless
guess.
anybody
I
wants
mean,
to hang
what
out
else
here.
do we have to do right now?
How tough would it be to unbolt some of these chairs and install them on old Bessie? Because these look really comfy.
I can give it a look.
Oh, on the way back. On the way back.
Right, yeah. We
We don't
have
got time for that right now.
time limits and all that. Right, okay.
Oh no, we got time to indulge Flux's love life, but we can't get me a comfortable chair.
It was for treasure.
Well-
Okay, whatever. We'll talk about it on the way back. We'll
The
talk about it on the way
difference
back.
is that you would have to carry the chair the entire time. Are
has a
you
point.
going to be carrying it?
No.
You don't seem very
No,
strong.
Cyrus will carry him.
Sorry, I did not agree to that one. They,
Don't put words in my mouth.
how are we gonna get it through the doors? Just
Let's just keep going for now.
They got 'em into
and
the
then we'll
car
talk about
somehow.
it a
They
little
can get
more
'em
as we
out.
go. All right.
All right, moving on.
All right. Anyway,
To the next car.
To the next car.
you want me to roll another one?
Yeah, Pearl, do a little.
Let's see if a real die will work
Do
better.
a little peeky.
That's a lot of Z's.
That's a 13.
I assume that means people are sleeping in there.
Yeah, I'm sure you can think that if you.
So anyways, I started blasting.
No. So
That looks like a fucking mechanic.
you.
It does.
You're making assumptions very quickly.
Yes.
How about that? You just make assumptions. You look at everybody in there and you're like, wow, these people, they can do things.
I like the ones that are the smiley faces in the corner.
They're okay. So you do a little peeky. There is lots of uniformed Zalarian Italians in there eating. They're chomping. They're chomping. This is the dining car.
Right.
So, as you can see, there is a couple empty well, there's one empty table. There's one table full of tourists, and if you peek through, you may be able to see someone in a uniform similar to what Hieronymus and Flux are wearing.
I'm not actually wearing this. It just looks like I'm wearing this.
Don't want to know.
I have a question.
Hmm.
What happened to the man that you sent ahead of us?
I believe he got thrown in the brig from what we remember hearing.
They thought he was
crazy.
babbling and
Yeah.
crazy.
And then he got taken somewhere? Although it must be the other direction, because we didn't see him on the way back, so...
He was brought to the brig, I believe.
Or he was thrown off the train, which is a much more gruesome
They-
option. But let's hope that wasn't what happened.
Okay.
They did say the brig.
So,
I mean, for all we know, the brig is like their phrase for saying yeet them into the abyss.
That's
like,
valid. Valid.
the Zolarians have done that from time to time.
To be fair, he did try to sell us out, so I'm not too concerned about what happened to him.
So
He made his
how-
choices.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that.
How
What-
do we want to go about this?
What do you see, Pearl? What did you see?
Well, I'd say we don't take the prisoner into the room full of guards. 'cause
I don't want to
that-
get absolutely destroyed
That
immediately
seems like a
by
bad
laser
idea.
blasts.
Maybe a couple of engineers could go find the chief engineer and tell him, boy, there's some trouble back in the hyper doohickey car.
Before we go in there, I just want to say, right up top, that I'm not very good at talking to people. Every time we've done it so far, it hasn't worked out. So you're taking the lead on this, all right?
Okay, but I don't know all the technical jargon.
Well,
I'll fill in the blanks.
if we need a bailout, I could always grab something, throw it in, and make it blast a bright light too. So we have that as a backup.
Let's really hope it doesn't come to that. There's a lot more in there than the ones we've already killed.
Well, if they can't see, then it won't matter how many are in there.
Until they start chasing us.
Yeah, it gives us a
technically,
head start.
we also have eyeballs that would be affected, or would they not?
Close your eyes.
I do have eyes.
Close them. You would know.
All right, well, you know what? That's a last resort.
Yeah.
Why don't we send the people that aren't going into the nice comfy car back there, so that there's not strange people standing in the middle between the cars? Does that seem like a good idea to everyone?
Let's split the party again.
No, like 30 feet! I'm talking 30 feet!
30 feet is a matter of one round to even get to you, so I don't know.
It's not about splitting the party, it's about you not looking very weird for standing in the hallway with a very beat up man.
How about Pearl stands there, I go back, and if something starts to go wrong, they call me up.
Right. Whatever. Whatever works, I guess. Just so long as you're not right there, you know, covered in blood like you currently are. Looks a bit weird.
Well, I was pretending to be a prisoner that was beaten up, so just starts backing up a bit.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna wait for them.
Right. Let's, Flux is looking at
Good
the, like,
luck.
dozens of guards in there, like, You ready?
Sure. Wait,
Okay.
what's the name of the thing we're trying to get the key for unhooked again?
The hyperdrive regulator.
Hyperdrive. Hyperdrive regulator. Hyperdrive regulator. Hyperdrive. Got it. Hyperdrive regulator.
Got it.
All right.
Let's do this. We're gonna go in.
And in we walk.
In you walk.
I am behind you,
have mercy.
because I don't want to. I'm not going up there first.
Okay. So the two of you enter into the dining car. There's a lot of chatter happening. It's, lunchtime. Everybody's kind of chilling. Everyone's very relaxed. They're just enjoying their meal. The ones nearest to you are having this conversation and turn to you and go, "Hey, engineers, isn't it great that the pirates will never land on this train? Like, if they did, there's enough of us to take care of them. Like, this is such a great safe space away from pirates, yeah?"
Oh yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, there's no pirates that'd be stupid enough to try to attack this train.
Yeah, I mean, makes our job easy, but also, like, we're super buff and we could totally take
Flux
them.
is doing like a head count of like.
Yeah, we sure are safe with all you the big, burly, strong fellas around.
Yeah,
Excuse
check
us,
out-
we
check
need to
out
talk to the chief over here. Engineering business, don't you know?
I mean, what do you think about? Do you think the pirates should be like more regulated than they are? Cause like, you know, people let them get on the airways, and then like that's just not cool, bro.
You're absolutely right. That is not cool.
Bro.
It's terrible.
Pirates are just horrible.
I mean, and it's not even fun to watch them anymore. Like, there's just too many of them.
I heard that some of them attacked a baby.
Yeah, like, not good entertainment. Totally not good, bro.
Who does that?
Who does that? I mean, it just makes it so unrealistic to watch, you know?
Yeah, you
How much
aren't-
of it is staged these days,
You
know?
aren't even kidding. That's the
How
truth.
many of these pirates are just like puppets of, you know, the undermarket, right? Like, how many of them are actually real pirates, and how many of them are just pretty boys?
Probably more than a few.
They're the worst.
Yeah. All right. Oh, there's the chief. We gotta go talk to the chief. Hey, it's good
important-
talking to you, pal. Enjoy the rest of your lunch, Mr. Guard.
Engineering
Fella.
business.
Right as you're going over to talk to the chief, the door on the other side opens, and a verser steps in, who's little higher in rank, and all the Italians, all the soldiers, kind of stop what they're doing and stand to attention. And the verser's like, "Lunch ended 5 minutes ago. Clear out," and they all scatter and leave.
Well, we just go to here.
And so they all leave, and
Which way are
now-
they leaving, Brittany?
What?
Which way are they leaving, Brittany?
Other way,
Okay,
away from
cool.
you. No,
Okay.
yeah, sorry, they're going away from you. Nothing to interact with. They're going back to their business.
Good thing I'm disguised because I'm sweating bullets.
They actually are going to the 400s in the car. They like to sit in 510 for some reason. And now we're just left with the chief engineer, who is eating a sandwich. Do either of you know the chief engineer's name? Did you
Nope.
ask?
Chief.
Got it. Cool.
I'm gonna sit down on the opposite side. And you can get real close and personal. But this car's
Hey
empty
there,
now.
Chief. Oh,
Yes.
thank goodness we found you. We're getting some strange readings off of the hyperdrive regulator, and we think you should come and take a look at them.
You know, this sandwich is pretty good. You know?
What kind of sandwich is it?
It's space baloney.
Doesn't
Space
sound very
ham.
good, Brittany.
Shortened to spam.
These are the important things you need to know.
I called Colorado and I was like, I need to know exactly how to get through this train car. The one thing I didn't ask him is what kind of sandwich is the chief
I wanted to know
eating?
how good it was, Brittany.
It doesn't matter if it's actually good. The chief thinks it's good.
All right, great. Anyways, continuing. Right, it looks pretty great. Delicious.
Listen, I trust y'all to take care of it. I'm not worried about it. I would like to finish my sandwich. I've got 45 more cycles before I have to be back there. I only get one break.
I guess we could take a look at it. Could you just give us the key so we can pop her open and see what's going on inside?
I thought you also needed like his.
We need his
eyeball or
retinal scans
something.
as
Hey,
well.
could you loan us your eye?
Can you pop that sucker out real quick?
The problem is we can't really look at it without actually opening up the container, and we kind of need you for that, Chief.
What are we doing here?
Trying to convince him to come along.
Persuading?
Yeah.
Persuading?
Oh, persuade.
Yeah, go
Are
for
we
it.
both rolling?
Yeah, please.
Well, let me take.
Yeah, that adds up.
Did you crit fail? I swear.
No,
to
I rolled a
God.
2, which means it's a. I think it's a 0.
Slightly better than crit fail.
Do I have a 7? Yeah, it's a 0.
Okay, well, I got a 22.
Yeah.
Oh, we got something.
Flex is literally like looking at the table. Yeah, we just need you to come with us.
Why did I hire you?
I've been saying for a long time you should fire him. He's really useless, Chief.
I'm the worst. New hires. You know how it is.
What did you say was the problem again?
We're getting some really concerning readings off of the hyperdrive regulator, Chief, and it's got us baffled, to be honest. But I think it could be a dangerous circumstance if we don't get this under control.
Explain what what's a general readout?
Outside of parameters, like way outside of parameters. Like, you know, we got the parameters that tell us where it's supposed to be between this level and this level, and it's like way out here. You know what I'm talking about. I tell you what, let's just head on back. You know what? We could stop by the cafe car. I'll buy you a cappuccino to wash down that sandwich there.
He thinks about it for a minute, stretches. Well, maybe I'll be able to take extra tomorrow. All right, let's go. He gets up.
Flex is just like, oh my god, that worked. Gonna stand up, stretch a little bit, sort of wait for him to move ahead of us.
Yeah. So this this gentleman is kind of stout, and has two little eye stalks.
Oh, we can
kinda
just cut one right off.
At
if
the
we
top. They sit close in his head, right? And then they can pop out. And has a bunch of arms. And just
So he's like a little blob with a bunch of arms.
yeah, like a little blobby guy. And kind of shuffles around when he walks. And shuffles off and starts to go back towards the engine room. So I think that he is gonna go see what the problem is. So
I'm gonna get really close to you. So we do have to tell him right before we get to the point where, you know, we killed all of those people, so he doesn't freak the fuck out. So we're gonna have to, you know, at some point. I don't know when you want to do that, but just so you're aware, so that he doesn't start screaming.
I mean, Schmel's still there to keep it under control. You know, he'll give us some cover.
That's true.
Hasn't been an hour yet, right?
As far as I'm aware, it's only, weirdly, despite the fact that it feels like roughly around 6 to 8 hours, I think it's only been about 15 minutes.
15 hours. Okay. So our engineer, I am not going to do a fun little animation. Is just not following, is leading the way through. So now we are kind of in the lounge car.
You're just right there, Cyrus.
He's just sitting by the front door waiting
Sorry.
for you guys.
Uh-oh.
So we are now in. I can't. There we go. There we go.
Hand's still tied up because still technically a prisoner.
Yeah, the engineer looks at you as like,
Is it just us in here still?
yeah,
Okay, great. The lounge car is still empty. Good to know.
yeah. Nobody came in while you were away.
Sorry, stands up.
We had to apprehend this guy.
You know that's the whole guard's job, right? Are you trying to get a promotion?
Personally, I think getting him out of engineering and into the guards is probably not the worst idea. He's kind of a crappy engineer.
You're so right. I'm the worst. Really just love the physical combat side of things.
Well, is there? You know that the brig is the
We were gonna bring him to the security area.
brig
and
is the other way.
yeah, well, he was trying to break onto the train, and
Tried to
In
steal a snow
hyperdrive?
globe.
I don't know either. Apparently, I'm bad at engineering, so I don't know how this works.
And social skills.
Man, you're just shitting all over him today.
This is like Hieronymus' best day ever.
Flux is like
Cast a little bit of vicious mockery with that last one.
Flux is like literally like twitching. Like
We could all go to like the brig.
yeah, why don't we just
The brig. Well, we can check out the hyperdrive regulators on the way, right?
No, the brig comes first.
Yeah,
How-
exactly. That's what I mean. The brig's on the way to the hyperdrive regulator. What did I say?
I think you said it the other way around. but
I haven't gotten much sleep lately. I'm working so many hours.
You look really tired.
Thank you.
Almost old even.
Wow.
Do me!
I'm just
Cyrus
shitting
is
on
trying
your
real
character,
hard.
man.
Cyrus is trying real hard not to laugh.
The tension in this car is high.
It's so high. Okay, so he like shuffles a little bit. Like, we going?
Yeah, well, I'll
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like, look at my belt, which has just like a wrench on it, I assume. Yeah, come on this way, prisoner.
Cyrus is gonna, like, yep. Cyrus at this point just wants to see where this is gonna end up.
Keep in mind that Pearl is in the vicinity.
Yeah, I think that the engineer like looked at you, kind of saw you. Didn't think much of it. There are a couple other robotic,
Yeah.
android kind of type.
I think kind of
thingamabobs.
just like silently, Pearl, when they decide to start moving again, Pearl would like come up and be the one to grab Cyrus's wrists.
Okay.
Good.
So you can
I
be
don't look like I
"Oh,
have a weapon.
That's what that's for.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I think the engineer totally buys it.
This guy's really gullible.
Hieronymus
I'm
rolled a
just
22.
really persuasive.
Rolled a 22.
Not that you know anything about that.
No. I
Yeah.
rolled a 0, Robin.
I didn't even know you could do something like that. That's
You have a high
wild.
enough negative.
Yeah, high enough negative. And I think because Hieronymus was like outside of the parameters, kind of like that, the chief is like not showing a frazzled exterior, but is like you can see like all of his little arms are like
All of his jiggly baby
yeah,
arms.
I was like he's like shaking a little bit, but his eyes are tucked in. He's on a mission.
Right, let's keep going then.
Yep. So we're going through. I'm going to refrain from the map for a little bit unless we do something that requires me to break out the map.
Okay.
So we're going
Probably
back
fine.
through the gift shop. There's still an employee there mopping up broken glass. It just kind of smushing it one way and then the other. It's just kind of standing there muttering. And then
We'll pay you back. You missed a glass shard right over there. It's under the counter.
throws the mop at you.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna try to stop it. Deflect the mop into a shelf.
Yeah. And more things break.
Now, see, that one's on you. I'm gonna keep going.
And we keep going through. We enter back into the cafe. There's not as much of a line anymore, but there's still nobody behind the counter. And actually, one of the coffee makers has been just like pouring coffee into a carafe, and it is just overflowing and spilling out onto the ground. So you just hear this trickle of liquid. That's odd.
We should probably fix that. After we're done making sure everybody doesn't die.
I wonder if it's related. Like, goes over, starts to like peek at it, press on the buttons. The chief is like,
Chief, I
really
don't
good.
think the hyperdrive regulator's attached directly to the coffee makers.
You know, you'd be surprised how many wires get crossed on this train.
Yeah, you lousy, stupid, bad engineer, you. You don't even realize the relationship between the coffee maker and the hyper regulator driver thinger. Am I right, Chief, or am I right?
And the chief is like starting to slip on all the coffee that's on the ground.
Whoa, I got you here, Chief.
Oh,
I got you.
Thank you. Yeah. Boy, Wow, this machine is more complicated than I thought.
Wowee.
And with that, Flux became a barbarian.
Rage unlocked.
And then does a percussive maintenance. Hits it. It stops. It stops working.
Altogether.
Oh, good.
Great, good.
Coffee was never that good. Now the cappuccino machine. Pretty good.
Yeah, we'll have to get that on the way back, Chief.
You know I'm not coming back. I don't get a break for another 3 days.
That's what I meant.
Okay. Down we go. Well, and this is probably the most excruciating walk that anybody's done.
Is he really slow?
He's pretty slow. It's a little waddle.
Gonna lean up to Hieronymus. When can we just, shoot him? I'm so tired of this. Let's just take his eyeball.
Just as you're saying this, he doesn't hear you, but he's fiddling on the keypad between the car doors, between the cars. Presses a couple buttons, and it stays open for some reason, and does it to the same one, and just kind of lets it open. And he's like, I see they've changed that,
That's weird.
and just waddles on through. And then we hit the coach car. I mean, unless you guys are gonna stop and try to close the doors.
No,
I mean,
we're
we just look at each other and then look at the engineer and then look at each other. We're like,
Okay. Can Cyrus roll? I don't know an insight.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
this is like the most carefree
Suspicious.
lead engineer.
Okay. Oh God.
On the plus side, we have somebody to blame all of this on once everything explodes.
16. Yeah, he just was fiddling with some stuff. It seems like if you're making assumptions, that the chief engineer is gonna try to go back to the dining car. And is trying to make the route as fast as possible for his little legs.
Is he?
He should just start rolling. That'd probably be faster, honestly.
He's more slug-shaped, so rolling I don't think would really work. But you look at the keypad as you're passing through, and it's not like a hack or anything. It's just like a admin override. And it's definitely it says chief engineer underneath it, so it's very clear who did it. So he's waddling. He's going. We stopping for any reason?
Nope. I don't think we're stopping until we get to the security
Until we have to
room.
explain things.
Yeah. Okay. We're going through coach.
Yeah.
Yep, that's before. Just a bunch of people. No one's really paying attention to you. And
Nodding at a couple people,
Yeah.
just sort of that casual worker nod, I work here.
Thought the brig was this way. Apparently, it's that way.
Whoops. We're
bad.
stupid.
Don't usually come out of the engineering room.
Our bad.
are you, Pearl? Are you saying anything?
No, no.
I just wanted to.
I
check.
just want to be part of the witty comments.
You can be. Okay, cool. So we go through the coach car. We're through 507.
Mm-hmm.
We come back to 506. So this is a quiet car. Etrix is still there. She's still looking at maps. Does not notice when you guys enter in.
Aw, how sad.
She's reading.
She's doing lots of work, I
She's
guess.
doing research. Unless you want to talk to her.
We kind of have a thing we have to do.
Might be a little busy right now. You know?
Unfortunately.
Pearl gonna say anything? Try to.
What? What?
I said, is Pearl gonna try to do anything or say anything? No.
She fucking wants to.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does this train have just one stop, or is it stopping multiple times? as
It's
it goes?
stopping in multiple places.
Right.
Not anytime soon. It's been 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You just got on this
No,
train.
this takes a while to go places. I
Yeah.
getcha.
Yeah. So, yeah. So there's a couple stops. It is a luxury train. So, ideally, it's stopping at
major ports, major planets. There are a couple like smaller planet stops for some of the trying to think of how I want to word this. Like some of the cars are for people who can't afford the actual train. So that's kind of where they all get on all at once.
Makes sense.
You're kind of in mid train range. As far as like what the luxury is. The luxury is kind of there. People aren't paying a lot for these tickets.
Question.
So, yes.
What number car was the dining car?
Dining car is 511.
Okay, so our entry point originally was 512, which is where our contact was, who we just also didn't go to hang out with. All right, just making sure I was on the right page.
Cool. All right.
We didn't have time.
Me, Ian, just remembered this, and I was like, oh yeah,
Yep.
whoops. It's fine.
Fine.
It's fine. Okay. Are we?
May
Are
have been
we?
the chief guy who came in? Honestly,
Who knows, man?
you're like, oh. You may. Okay, whatever.
It's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
We're not talking to Renali.
I don't think we have time, unfortunately.
Plus it'd be
Okay.
Sussy.
Okay, so that takes us to Space TSA.
The room
Space
full of
dead
dead bodies.
A room full of dead bodies.
That we dragged into corners, so they look like they're napping. Sleep time.
Yes. Sure. The engineer, chief engineer, is a little confused.
Is Schmel still there?
Yeah, Schmel's still on the other side. Oh, hey guys.
Hey, Schmel.
Hey.
Everything all right in here?
I mean, it's only been you. It's
Right.
been 5 minutes.
Right, great. Just making sure. Just have to make sure nothing happened since we were here last.
Well, there was a couple blinky lights, but I think I have a concussion.
Right, that would do it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did get punched in the face.
Yeah, a couple times.
Whoops.
So, what's going on?
Well, we just had to get the chief engineer to go take a look at some problems back in the engineering areas there. So we're just gonna head on through. You got everything under control here, right?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, because you're the best.
Yeah.
And the chief is looking around. So normally, the chief goes through security. Pretty easy for employees to go through the aura scanners. Now, currently, there's nobody manning the aura scanners.
What happened to those other two guys?
The assistants that you threatened their lives,
Yeah.
they're hiding underneath still.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. They're
I don't know what's going on here. First, the barista in the cafe car is gone, and now these guys have all taken off. Is there a party further up train?
You know what it is? The dang unions.
Oh,
The
You think
what?
you think the unions are responsible?
Or they're trying to make one.
I didn't think they actually had the ability. I thought unions were illegal.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Oh.
really thought he was gonna say that it was his birthday and that they were all gathering for like a surprise party.
Honestly, with this guy, who knows, man?
No, Schmel in the back goes, or they could be going for a surprise party.
There
You
it
know?
is.
Smell might be onto something, I think. I know it looks really weird in here, though. It's very strange. Maybe we should ask later. Figure out what's going on after we're done fixing
well,
this
we should
thing.
get back to the place we need to go because there's definitely not a surprise party for the chief engineer going to take place there. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Chief. We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, that couldn't be it. No.
Dumb engineers, yeah.
And there definitely won't be cake.
The cake is a lie.
I don't know what you two are on about. But I like it. Shows ingenuity. I like it.
We're just trying to think of you first.
All right, well, there's no one here, but I think I'd prefer us to just log our time. So I'm just gonna go through. The checkpoints still seem to be working. So, all right.
Schmel, what was that thing you told us earlier about the checkpoints being messed up?
It's like the chief is like right underneath the. Oh yeah, they are messed. People seem to be weird.
You said
with
something about the computers turning blue, like the
When-
screens went blue.
That was part of it, but like when people came through, they were really different on the other side. But that could just be me.
Yeah, Chief, maybe we should just go around it for now. Nobody's mounted it anyways. You know, why don't we can just log our time separately. We can just do that.
Well, if the aura scanners aren't working and there's nobody here to man them, I think we should probably start fixing them. So, you stay here and
Yeah, right.
fix it,
Got it.
and I will go with you, and we can check out the parameters.
That seems like a good plan.
Great, excellent.
Right. Me and Schmel will be.
Right. We're still
Got
gonna
this.
bring the droid with the prisoner though, because we're gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna pass it in like this next. That's in the next.
Uh,
car,
Chief,
Right,
Chief,
exactly.
you know what though? Just because of how dangerous this could be, in case something really goes wrong and you need an extra set of hands, maybe I should be there just in case. Just in case.
I mean, how outside of the parameters was this?
They spiked, right? They were
Yeah,
way off.
yeah, it was red line, like that.
Don't know
Yeah,
if that's
that.
a thing we have.
So let's sit on the screen, Chief.
Well, let me just. It starts like pressing some buttons on the scanner, and turns the whole scanner has a blinking red light and lasers across it. It's very clear, like do not enter.
Yeah, it looks like it's broken to me.
No, that's the do not go through the. I
Oh.
turned it off.
Right, that makes more sense, yeah.
Have you never fixed an aura scanner before? And I was gonna leave you here to fix it.
I didn't want
Oh.
to say anything.
Why did I hire this
I'm
guy?
new! I'm new here, I think.
Dumber than a sack of rocks.
We are
Space rocks.
we are really hurting for people, huh? All right.
You
well,
Nobody wants to work.
Oh my god.
I can't believe nobody's willing to work for minimum wage these days.
anti-union. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna have this show be anywhere close to the reality. I think people should be in their own escape.
Humans literally don't exist in this
Humans
game.
don't
and we're
exist in this
still
game, and there's
fucking
still
it up.
capitalism and anti-union.
Oh, God.
If you're watching this show and you have a problem with us,
Don't tell us.
go.
We don't
Yeah,
want to
I
know.
don't want to know. I don't want to know. Okay. So the chief goes up to Schmel and stands in front of Schmel, and Schmel won't let him get past.
Schmel, we have to get there. You should move out of the way a little bit, buddy.
Oh, okay. So what do you want me to do in here?
How long is Schmel charmed for?
45 more minutes.
Probably 45 or so more minutes.
Okay. So
Schmel,
not a
you should,
while.
there's just been weird stuff happening on the train. We got the prisoner. Why don't you come with us?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Never. And
Save
everybody in here
Schmel.
should be fine, I think.
You told me they were fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me just go make sure that the computer people are all right. I'm just gonna walk over to the people under the desk really quick.
Sure. Which one? There's two of them.
I'm gonna go to the nearest one, who's
Okay.
by the door. Just gonna crouch down. How you doing down here? Doing all right? Yes. Remember, my threat still holds. Stand up and walk through.
Okay, cool. Well, now we've got a friend. So that's
Saving.
exciting.
He's our buddy.
He's our buddy. And now I can make quips about people.
Yes.
That's what I wanted. All right, cool. So I've got to, we got to bring in the engineer. We got to bring in Schmel.
Hey, remember that aura scanner that was in here? There was also the vehicle was in here as well.
Yes,
right?
so your jet cycle and then your aura manipulator, I believe, is inside of the armory.
Okay, and that's that box to our right.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yep.
is anybody manning that? Is there like a door? What's going on with that?
So there is 2 guards in front of it, and I'm actually gonna say like the entrance is where you see further down with that circle. That's the kind of the station. So those 2
Oh, I see.
guards, yeah. So they are manning the door here, and then it's you can kind of see some parts of it are glass and some are not. But you could see the jet cycle. You could see the aura duplicator. You could see. I think there was some corrupted cheese in there.
Probably.
Hexagon of cheese. That's right. Very dangerous. And a bunch of other confiscated stuff is clearly in the armory. So
Lean over to Hieronymus. We have to get this stuff and get out. How are we going to do that?
Once we're out of hyperdrive, we fly old Bessie over here, we shoot a hole in the wall, and then we take it.
From my knowledge of our weapons, how likely is that plan to work?
No. Just
I
no.
say no.
Just no.
That was a one.
No, as in what?
No, as
I know
in
it will not work at all.
You know it won't work because your cannons barely touch the moon scraper with the space werewolves, and there was acid thrown at the wall of one of the train cars, and it really, like, you threw it, I think.
I didn't leave it there though.
No, but it didn't go through very far before,
No.
and you could see there were layers of, reinforcements, and it's reinforced to go through hyperspace, so it will get corroded if it goes through hyperspace for too long.
Is there any external entryways or exits to this car?
They had
Like,
to have gotten it in somehow.
is there like a garage door? Because I mean, there's a vehicle.
I mean, we came in from the top. But
So it's not a car.
No, I know,
It's
but
a
like,
motorcycle.
I sort of figured maybe they got in through the side though.
It was through the cargo. They just
Shoot.
walked it. It's like a moped. I could walk a moped through the door right now.
Yeah, I know.
I hate to inform you of how small mopeds are.
For some reason, I thought it was larger than it actually is.
no.
time to blast another hole in the ceiling. You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Okay, how about this?
Hmm?
Roll investigation for me.
Oh no.
I mean, I'm pretty good at those. 23.
Sure. Okay. So you remember how in the cargo, and I think you were told about this for the cargo room, that you could decouple it and lift it off.
Yes.
So that was originally because the whole cargo slotted right on. The armory itself also can decouple. You see a panel on the wall that can help you decouple. Now, it does make the train come apart versus the cargo, which you could have just flown away. So the armory will decouple. This is for safety measures if they are getting robbed on a, on a small, on a not hyperdrive journey, they can decouple it, and they can kind of pilot it a little bit, but not it doesn't have thrusters or anything like that. So you have a capability of decoupling the car from both ends, splitting the 1,000-car train directly down the middle, but you can't really pilot it away.
To be
Well, if
fair,
it's on
Can we
hyperdrive, it's
attach
fine.
I mean, can we attach old Bessie to it and lift it away and take it?
Would old Bessie be strong enough?
Well,
That's what I
my
was
question is, can we
wondering.
decouple it only internally, or do we do it from the outside?
Yeah, the panel is internal wiring.
Cyrus is about to get dropped off.
Unless we figure something out real quick. True.
I don't believe I have the invisibility spell. Which would help so much right now.
So are we just standing in this car?
No, this is all going through my head very fast.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
This is me out of game
Yeah.
going, what are we doing?
Engineer, and I will say, and Chief has gone through, Schmel has gone through. If you want to say y'all are still in the hallway, you're still in the hallway, but I'm not going to give you much longer before somebody's going to turn around.
Okay, so my plan here is I'm going to try to... It's going to be really weird. Do I know with the way this wiring works, what it would sound like when something is short-circuiting or fusing out?
Yeah.
I generally know what that sound is. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's any different in this train than it would be in any other electronic.
Okay, as we walk through the door then, and I quickly sort of gauge this and I make stuff out, I'm going to reach into my bag and I'm just going to pull out a tiny little object, like a screw or something like that. Oh, this is so terrible. I'm going to use my magical tinkering abilities.
Okay.
and I'm going to like quickly pull it out, flip it around in my hand, and I'm going to tap it, and I'm going to infuse this little screw with the sound of something short-circuiting really badly, like a loud electric shock.
Yeah. Okay.
Like might blow us into the fucking sky.
Yeah,
Bad.
like right as we go through the thing.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna like hold this thing out and click, like hold it in my hand and send that sound off, so everybody in here can hear that.
Okay.
Immediately.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, like, the second that happens, I'm going to get rid of the magic so it doesn't keep doing it.
Okay,
I don't want it to
great.
loop.
Okay. Great. So there's one sound.
Oh, no, that doesn't sound really good at all.
The chief was just waddling away.
You know what? Give me some time to look this over. It sounded like something short-circuited.
Okay. Well, when you're done with that, go back and try to fix the aura scanners. Let's go look at the parameters.
Yeah, I can do that. I actually know how to fix this.
Okay. All right. And you, droid,
Yes.
finish with this prisoner. Prisoner? It's my accent now. And then come join us, because if we lost a pair of hands, we'll get to use another pair of hands. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go. And then you, and turns to Smell. You coming with me, or are you staying here with them?
Shmuel, why don't you go with them? They're gonna need you, probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just, well, if they ever ask you to do anything, specifically him, just, do whatever he asks.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Love our little dude.
How long are you gonna have this little dude?
We're gonna protect him.
For forever.
Yeah, we're gonna
Buddy.
protect
Are you gonna keep
him.
mind wiping this guy?
No, I'm gonna actually befriend him.
Okay.
No, we'll be like, listen, we got you out of your bad job. I know it
We're
hurts, but
offering
you should
you
go
a
be a
better
violinist
one.
now.
Also, while you're at it, help us do piracy.
Yeah.
We can use your fame to our advantage.
This is how you collect a bard.
So I'm ushering everybody else
Okay.
past me, so they can keep going.
Okay, cool.
I will just briefly describe my plan so you know
Please.
what I'm trying to do.
Please.
Because I assume the decoupling is part of the wall panels,
Mm-hmm.
I would have to activate something to do that. Is it possible for me to... Okay, two things actually. Is it possible for me to set up a way that I could attach some sort of wireless system to this so that I could press a button somewhere else and decouple the car?
What's your wireless system look like?
So I'm going to go into the fuses and stuff like that first. I guess go into the system, because it's probably not just like pull some wires and the thing decouples.
Yeah.
It's like actually do some computer stuff.
Yeah.
So my idea would be to get the command going for the de-linking system, and then get that on both sides so that both sides decouple at the same time. And then I guess I'm just gonna. I don't know how tech stuff works, Brittany. I'm not actually a tech genius in real life.
What?
What?
Flux has done stuff like this before, where he's attached like a wire, like he's infused an object with like a wireless rune that he can push somewhere else. It's like a linked glyph sort of situation.
How
Magic
far is
Bluetooth.
Yeah,
It would-
that's
it-
what I
it-
was thinking.
My guess is that I cannot do this far range.
Okay.
This would be one of those things where we'd have to get right up next to the car
Got it.
from
Okay.
outside it to
Okay.
decouple it.
Definitely magic Bluetooth.
Yeah, really, truly. Or bad radio signal. Yeah, I mean, roll me whatever tinkering you want to roll, and we'll see how successful it is.
Good luck.
You got this.
Let me just say before you roll,
God, this-
there are 3 inspirations on the table. If anybody wants to help.
I don't have an inspiration though.
No,
I'm
but we
just
can
saying.
give you one. You want one?
Brady, that's a nat 20.
Just kidding.
Of course it is.
Thanks, Critical Role Day.
Okay, yeah. Whatever you want to do, my dude.
So yeah, I'm setting up a system so that I can wirelessly decouple this car, like
Okay.
from as long as like we're within like I don't know, like 10 feet of the outside of it.
Sure.
So we're gonna have to be really close. So I'm just gonna spend some time doing that.
Okay.
Just setting some stuff up.
Yeah.
Probably gonna pull out that little screw from earlier and just like pull like a little tiny little like magnifying glass, just begin to carve into it. It's part of the process, I promise. Keep typing into the computer.
Yeah. Right now you're near the guards that are still hungover, so like.
As I'm working, I'm just gonna be like, "You guys all right? You want to go to the dining car, grab some new things, or?"
Can't move. I'm too dizzy. It's too much.
Understandable. Well, I'm just gonna make sure the oxygen doesn't shut off in here, so I've got to focus for a moment.
That'd be great, actually.
Yeah, no, I imagine that would probably be worse for a
Yeah,
hangover.
a
Yeah.
little bit, yeah.
I hope my friends are doing all right.
La-di-da-di-da, here we go on this journey. So Flux has started working on that. Because you are with the chief and Schmel, you get through the car just fine. Nobody stops you. Nobody cares. However, that is related to Chief, Schmel, and Hieronymus. Pearl and Cyrus, you doing a drop-off?
So what I was thinking of doing is just letting them walk ahead of us because they have to go further,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
then once we get, it's like I'll just start slowly putting some distance between us, like just walking a little slower than they are. And then once I get to a point where they're like a cart ahead of me, I'll just let Cyrus go. Because like, are they paying that much attention to us?
The chief engineer and Schmel?
Yeah. Yeah. Like they
Is
don't give a
anyone
shit.
else paying attention?
I mean, I depends on where you're letting Cyrus go, because we've
How
got.
far is it from where we split to the brig?
Okay,
This cart.
it's in this car.
So was it like one cart over?
No, it's in this car. The armory that the guards are guarding also holds a brig. You wouldn't know this because you can't see it. But it's in there. So if you were to go past these guards with the prisoner and keep walking, it would flag you down.
Yeah, I would probably, before I even went in there, instead of just stopping, I'll turn around. Go back to a cart that's like empty.
So the chief engineer and Schmel have said, you can drop off this prisoner that is 10 feet in front of you. And Pearl said, no, I'm actually gonna go back the way I came to the security checkpoint. Is that what we're doing?
Hold on. How many carts have we walked through?
So,
It's a good question, actually.
511, dining car. You found the chief in there. 510, the lounge. Super comfy chairs. You stole a game from there. 509, gift shop. You broke so many fucking things, and I think the shop worker has quit. 508, the cafe. There is no barista there, and there was an overflowing coffee pot. 507, coach. Just a ton of people in there. 506, quiet car. There is a researcher in there, grad student. She's doing her best. 505, security checkpoint with the broken aura scanners, turned off aura scanners, and lots of dead people in there. 504, armory. That's where we're
So
currently
literally
at.
like one cart over is where.
So between 504 and the engine room is 503, the break room, 502, the offices, and 501, the engine room. You're in the armory. The armory holds the brig.
And the one before that was the security, like the aura scanners.
Yes.
Space
TSA.
TSA.
So literally one cart, like right next to it. Okay.
Time to put on our best acting to pretend it is really hard to walk those steps.
Good luck, guys.
Wait. No. Shoot, I can't. Okay, wait. Pearl, let's go in. Go in. I have an idea. Just
Does it involve you running again?
no, it involves the opposite.
Walking?
Just go in.
Okay. Pearl will go in, I guess.
So you're just walking between there's like lockers on the one side, and then there's the armory, and there's the checkpoint. So you basically just do like a little boop, boop, turn to the guards standing at the checkpoint. And
Just before we like get any further in, Cyrus is gonna pretend to trip and have his leg pull off.
Which car are you in? This one still?
In this one, we're walking into this one.
Yeah, your plan to split the party is coming back together.
Looking back
Trying like
over that direction.
really hard to catch it on anything to get it to pull off because it's not like easy, but
Okay,
catching it and getting it to come off.
sure. Yeah, I mean, roll me a performance because I will say no matter what, your leg comes off, whether or not you have to like
Oh, yeah.
lay down and kind of like and then yank it off.
That's an 8.
Okay, it's not it looks a little staged, but
Yeah.
your leg is off now.
Well, I mean, he is a prisoner too, so
Yeah,
trying
hands
to-
are tied, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So let me get this straight. You walked like 20 feet and then just fell over and your leg came off?
Yeah.
Good, okay, just making sure I was on the right page.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guards are like, whoa, whoa.
Fletch
He
just
looks
turns
over and
around
he's
and looks
like-
at you.
now. I understand that this must look bad, but at the same time, it seems a little bit cruel to have this droid pulling off a prisoner's leg.
I mean, not my droid.
I'm not really sure I care whose droid it is.
Are you going full blown Karen on these guys?
I just want to say that this is really disappointing treatment of prisoners, and I'm not too happy about this. Do you have a supervisor that I could talk to?
Oh my god.
You're. What are you doing? You're on the ground.
I fell and my leg is over there. I don't know if you quite see that, but I was pulled and then I fell and my leg fell off, and I'm really upset about this. Could you please get your supervisor, because I think this is mistreatment of prisoners.
Pearl would go, would you like to file a report against the train?
I absolutely would.
Beginning report.
No. Why don't you just sit in the brig for a little bit, and we'll calm down.
Now, how am I gonna get in the brig if my leg is off? Are you gonna carry me?
He's pretty heavy. You don't want to do that. Keep working on my stuff.
Cyrus, how much do you weigh?
What?
How much do you weigh?
A lot, a fair amount.
Dude, Cyrus is like 10'7". He's like 3,000 pounds.
He weighs 220 without his leg.
Without it. I like
Without
that
his
you know
leg.
specifically without his
How much
leg.
does his leg weigh?
His leg weighs about 40 pounds.
Wow, that's a tough
It's
leg.
a metal leg.
It has to be, yeah.
Jeez.
So, well, how does a 22 and a 6 sound? So one of the guards rolled a 22. One of them rolled a 6. So the one that's like, hey, don't stop it. Don't file a report. It's like now really focused on you of like, no, hey, you're not authorized to do that.
I mean, this is really
I'm a
mistreatment.
mandated reporter.
I feel like this needs to be reported.
What is happening right now?
but
We're
what,
suing somebody.
get the space lawyers
And with all
on the
these drunken
phone.
guards around here, well, my goodness.
Doesn't look good.
Doesn't look good for you. I will say though, the one guard is like pulling you now because that was a 22.
Yeah.
So like you're being manhandled.
There's even
So-
like, and after that, you're gonna manhandle me too. I need to speak to a supervisor here.
You get your dang supervisor when you calm down.
All I want is a supervisor. My leg is sitting over there. I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
keep
if
your
you
leg. It's a
noticed.
souvenir. I'm gonna hang it up in my closet.
I would really like that back. I would struggle to walk without it.
That's
You're like,
why you're going in the break.
So
Robot, I hope you're recording all of this because this is just horrible mistreatment of a prisoner.
Pearl's gonna cast suggestion on Mr. 22 there.
Sure.
And say, I think we should probably take him to the infirmary before things get much worse. You don't want us all to be fired, do you?
There are some real good lawyers to take down these train mishandlement situations.
So he needs to make a wisdom.
A wisdom?
saving throw, I believe.
that what you said?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw is a 12.
Nope.
All right.
Nice.
I'm doing a lot
Good
of dumb
stuff.
shit I need.
So
You are, yes.
yeah, so I think what happens is the guard changes direction and starts dragging Cyrus towards where Schmel and the chief went.
Well, I guess that works out in our favor.
I still need my leg.
Pearl will grab your leg.
Good.
Great. Is that the commotion for this car?
I guess.
Gonna look over at the stick guards. You guys still have drinks in there? I feel like I need one after all of that.
Didn't get captured.
Yeah, one of them offers you a flask.
Thanks.
I mean, that was the only goal, really.
To
was
like
to
turn
not
away so it
get
doesn't seem like
arrested.
the,
Do not
the
be
illusion
thrown
is
in the
weird.
brig.
Sure.
It's appreciated.
Roll Constitution.
Oh no.
Saving throw?
No, just
Just Constitution?
Constitution.
11.
Good.
it's like bad hard liquor.
Now, are we talking like Everclear bad or?
Just take it back.
They take it back. Just like when you go, you're like, oh, this is, a nice sip of a drink, and you're like, oh, yeah, that face, but more. You're still working, Flux?
I gotta go to the other computer now.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's
Go
right.
to the other side.
You're going to the other side. Okay. Well, while Flux is working on that computer, great, excellent. Cyrus, are you like struggling against this guy?
You should just make yourself dead weight.
Yeah, I mean, he's just more like being completely dead weight. Like, I refuse to cooperate in this situation. You
Okay.
have hurt me in
This
like
is illegal.
emotional way.
This is mistreatment.
Yeah.
You'll be hearing from me.
gonna be
Blah
hearing
blah
from
blah
my
blah blah. I'm
lawyers.
gonna take you to the infirmary and make sure that you're not bleeding, so that I don't get sued. Can't believe the infirmary is so far away from the brig. We don't normally take prisoners to the infirmary.
Normally we just let them bleed out in jail.
Normally, but now you've got a robot recording involved, and I don't want to lose my job.
I want this to come up on the news. I'm gonna be honest. I want us to be watching the TV later,
Do I
and then
have
we see
some
like
kind
a
of
news.
recording capability? Because that'd be fantastic.
You have memory.
Do you?
But do I?
Do
can
you?
I don't know. Can I?
It's up to you, Pearl.
Yeah, you tell me.
Then
'cause
hell yeah, I'm recording this.
okay. one eye is a camera.
Yeah, it's just like my one eye is
The
like
little red
glowing
dot
a
comes
different
on over
color.
it.
Pearl's our dash cam.
You're right. You're right.
Well, make the broadcast easy for you guys.
That's true.
Have you told anybody of a camera?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So you're just screaming, record this for
Yeah.
funsies.
For
Okay.
funsies.
Excellent. All right.
Right.
So we've got a chief engineer, we've got a charmed guard, we've got a disguised Tyrannomus, and we've got a guard and a struggling Cyrus and a recording droid. That's our.
I'm glad I'm
doing
not part of this for
amazing.
once,
This is our
actually.
little train that we've got going through. Great. So everybody enters into the break room, and the chief and Schmel and Hieronymus have been ahead, like a couple steps ahead, and the door busts open, and this very quiet break room that there's like the microwave is going off. Cyrus enters and screaming. You're being dragged backwards, by the way, like this.
This is disrespectful. I can't believe this is how I'm being treated. I need this to be recorded. I'm going to be telling all of my lawyers about this. I'm going to be telling the news. I cannot believe this is how you treat even your prisoners.
Recorded for future use.
Thank you.
Great.
At least somebody here knows how to treat a prisoner.
We have now gone through one train car, 503.
We're doing great.
You're
guys.
doing great. How much longer are you working, Flux?
Yeah, how
I'd
much
be-
longer do we have to keep this up?
No, I'm just curious how many train cars ahead of you we're gonna be.
I get the idea that given how long that took, I'm probably actually not going to be that long.
Okay.
Also, I rolled a 20, so I feel like I'm going really fast.
Okay. That's fine. We're going through 502. Once again, this is the offices. Everybody here is tired of their jobs, so nobody really cares that there's commotion happening. That's true. One guy at the fax machine, like, pressing the button a million times, looks up and like does a little face like, I think I've seen you before, but I wouldn't know.
But I don't care enough.
I don't care
Care enough.
to write this down.
That's right.
And we enter back into the engine room. So that takes us back to where we kind of started our journey. There is a crab in here, right?
I think I'm done in here.
Oh,
All right.
this is where everything's gonna
Everything's
start
probably
falling
fine over
apart.
there.
Everything's probably
Everything's gonna start
fine.
Maybe I'll grab
Falling
something from the
apart.
break room.
Yeah, snag whatever you want, my dude.
Just gonna meander over.
Sure. Okay, so, Flux is not in here.
Nope.
Is your crab in here? Is that where you left your crab?
I left him in there. Yeah, he's making sure that the engineers don't do anything, or else
Right.
he's going to murder them.
Right.
Like,
And we only have
straight out.
2 engineers because the third one.
Aren't they like tied up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is where it all falls apart. But
This is gonna go great.
It's okay. We did what we needed to.
So we've got 2 tied up engineers.
So where is the infirmary, by the way?
Well, considering that I didn't have an infirmary, it is in 497.
Oh, they have Danishes
Okay.
in here.
good.
I got the cheese one.
Yeah. So the guard pulling Cyrus just keeps going.
Hope you're bringing a bagel.
We did promise bagel. I feel like I just heard a voice in my head.
Are we in there now?
We're in the engine room. But this guard, I'm gonna say we're all kind of like right at the beginning.
Okay.
And this guard is trying to drag you several more cars.
Okay. Can I try to headbutt him backwards?
Do you want to do that? You want to contest strength? Because we can just roll strength v strength.
Yeah, sure. Let's
Okay. I gotta roll 20. That is a 5.
That
Do you
is
have
an
any sugar in here?
18.
He's so tired. You're so heavy. He's done so many cars. Normally they walk themselves. You like do a little shrug and he's like, I'm done. This is not worth being sued. You're on your own. Just leaves.
Well, then I fall because my hands are still tied behind my back and I have one leg.
You have no legs. You have one leg.
And I'm not graceful. So unless you want me to fail the you know what? I will fail the dexterity check. That is a 2. I fall.
Cold shot.
Cyrus has been having a bad day. Maybe I'll grab him a coffee as well.
Glad Flux is having a good time.
Does he
Okay.
take sugar? Probably. Yeah, I'll put some sugar in there. Pour it in the sugar.
Okay.
I would love to
so
do anything, but my hands are still
Your
tied.
hands are
quite
still
literally.
tied, and you have one leg.
Yep.
And we've entered
So,
in.
did that guy just fucking leave?
Yeah.
Well, okay, then I'll just
Just
give
give
Cyrus his leg back
Yeah,
and untie his
untie
arm.
his hand.
You could also untie Cyrus's hands.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I got you, buddy.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cyrus is gonna put his leg back on.
Put your
What's,
leg
what's the
back
chief
on.
engineer doing?
The chief engineer is a little confused.
This guy is only ever a little confused, and I respect him for
It
being
was a
that bad.
22 on persuasion. That's great. But he's walked in and seen 2 out of his 3 engineers tied up, and you 2 are not the ones
He seems a little dopey.
Yeah.
are supposed to be. There's supposed to be 3, and now we've got 4, and we're missing 1.
And we got 2 of these.
2
like-
of the same one. Actually, no, you're not with us, so we've got
Nope.
3.
I'm busy getting coffee.
Are you, so are you your own, or you looked like somebody in here?
No, I look like one of the other engineers here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I
So
got
there's a duplicate happening.
Yeah,
So
there's
the
definitely
chief
a
is like
duplicate. And the other one, I think, looked like you, right?
Yeah, we look like the 2 that are tied up.
the 2 that are tied up.
So-
Okay. So so yeah, the
since-
chief is like.
Since
See what
Cyrus
I'm-
is free now, could he maybe like
Intimidate.
choke that guy out or something?
Oh my gosh, Chief! It looks like those parameters got so far out that we got some kind of hyperspace anomaly here.
Cyrus,
I've heard of this happening, but
Oh my
only
God.
in textbooks.
These guys must be from the evil mirror universe.
Is this engineer actually this stupid?
Meanwhile,
The engineer
coffee for
has read a
everyone,
lot
or-
of books. Roll me something for that. Because I like that, but I don't know if he's gonna buy it.
I think that's got to be deception. Probably.
Yeah.
Cyrus is gonna stand up while this is happening.
I'm gonna
brush
make my way back over, although I assume this all happened so fast that.
That was a 2 on the die roll, so only a 9.
Only a 9. Yeah.
Even the mighty Hieronymus can't sell that one.
I read about this in now that textbook was very outdated when I read it. In fact, I think the author went to prison. So who are you? And who is this?
Yeah, so at this point, Hieronymus is going to take off the disguise and say, we're kind of here because we need this device.
Cyrus is gonna stand up, walk over to the guy, and try to intimidate him. Just like he's a little bit upset that he had to pull the Karen card of all things, and feeling a little bit degraded by it.
I don't like that. What do I do?
That's a 19 intimidations.
Like just stat for stat? Or do you want me to do like a?
Yeah, intimidation.
You get a +4 to it.
Yeah, I get a 19 to it. I don't know what the save for that would be though.
Is there a save for
Yeah.
intimidation?
I
I
don't
think you just
know.
make the check.
Yeah,
and
you just
I'm
make
just-
it.
Pretty sets the DC. So
Yeah.
Well, he rolled a 16, so yeah, sure. What do you do?
He just walks up behind him. He's really pissed off at this point, covered in blood, still has a black eye, crosses his arms. He's like, we need that. Or you're going to end up like those guards back there.
Preferable.
I got coffee.
Cut the tension with a flux. Yeah, go for it.
Hey, Oh, so he knows then?
Yeah.
Right.
We let the beans spill here.
I'm gonna drop this. I hate this thing. Oh. Yeah. Did you want coffee?
Thank you, actually.
I put 2 sugars in. That's all right.
Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
great. So we're gonna kill him, or
No, we're not going to kill him here. We wouldn't go just killing people that don't need to be killed. He's going to give us the device here so we don't have to kill him.
that sounds pretty good to me, yeah. So
What device would that be?
we need you to take out that hyperdrive regulator, and we need to steal it.
You do realize that you're on the train that is
Yeah,
going
stop the
to-
fucking thing first.
Yeah, that's a switch right there. Clearly you're not an engineer. I should have never hired you.
Hey, I can actually do this now. So guess what? We don't really need you to open it up. We could just cut off your fucking eye stalk, but maybe you should open it up for us instead.
Do you know how the biometrics work?
I actually do, yeah.
So you know that there needs to be circulation in the eye stalk.
You got
Yeah, we
2
just
of
gotta
them,
do
though.
it quickly enough.
It's got to be circulating
The
blood.
thing for you is that you got 2 eye stalks, so we could cut off one and not really feel much about it.
And that eye stalk won't do a thing if it's not attached to my body.
Yep. Then you got to use your one remaining one. You're not very smart for the fact that you're a lead engineer, are you?
In
Cyrus,
505.
maybe just grab a couple of eye stalks there and put them up against the optical scanner for us, would you please?
Cyrus sighs, sets down his coffee, walks over to him,
This again.
cracks his knuckles, and he does try to grab him just by one eye stalk. Because we do need one intact.
Do you need one intact? Do you need one to have flowing blood? So the chief engineer rolls a 13 on dexterity.
He's also a slug man.
Is also a slug man. That's but
What
like
would you like me to roll on?
yeah,
that?
roll on like a grabbing.
Okay.
I don't know what that is,
A
but it's a
grabbin'.
grabbin'.
Grabbing, would that be a strength?
Sure.
That's a 16.
Yeah. Does like a little eye movement. Well, they don't make that noise.
They're just like
Because that'd be weird.
That would
yeah,
be
you're right.
weird for
That's
an
the weirdest
alien.
thing about this.
No, it's like makes like little plopping noises.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, you grab one of his eye stalks.
Flex is gonna figure out how to stop the train.
Okay. Yeah. Great.
He's gonna walk around and start looking at all the controls.
Okay.
Cyrus looks at this guy. He's like, what would you want for you to give me that?
Didn't you grab his eyeball?
Yeah, he's still
Oh,
holding
okay.
it, like holding it, but still talking to him kind of casually,
Because
like.
Cyrus is a gentleman. Okay.
Respect. Cyrus. I'm glad we have you, buddy.
What are you asking specifically?
They're like, what would you need or want from us in order to help us?
To not have the train explode?
All right, well, if you let us continue to mess with it 50-50, that 50-50 we might blow it up. So it might be better for you if you help us.
It
Yeah,
may
he's not
behoove
really a very
you.
good engineer. You don't want him trying to stop the train.
Hey, you know what? You're not in disguise anymore. So you should know that I've kept old Bessie from exploding dozens of times.
Yeah, so, Flux, what are you investigating?
I'm looking around the controls, man.
Okay.
I need to figure out how to shut off hyperdrive.
Yeah.
Kind of an important thing so we can actually remove the regulator.
Right. So those are definitely two separate things. So first we are looking for shutting off hyperdrive.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you look around and you see a control panel that is behind. I'm actually going to I'll move you a little bit. So it's behind where the hyperdrive regulator is. It's like a big server. Lots of clicky switches that look very fun to flip. And you see enough of this that you've worked with hyperdrives before. Old Bessie has a half hyperdrive, I think. So like this is like a 10 or 100 hyperdrive. There's a lot happening here. And this is only for this section of the car. So every car section has something similar. This is the linchpin. This is the regulator that keeps it from not shaking itself apart.
Yep.
So if you want to just turn it all off, roll me an intelligence roll.
Just normal intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
23.
Yeah. You do some switches. I mean, do you do
I'm not
anything-
doing it right now. I just need to know how to
Yeah,
do
you
it.
know how. Okay. Yeah, you know how. There's something about it that's like the same manufacturer as the one Old Bessie has. So it's like it's
Huh.
definitely a very similar kind of series of switches. There's a lot more of them, and there's a couple that you have to press first that Old Bessie doesn't even have that option. That kind of deal. But yeah, you know that if you turn these switches, the hyperdrive for the entire train will stop. But it will have to cascade, so it needs to send a relay to the top of the train, so it will have to cascade. So it will take a few
Gonna
minutes.
take a sec.
Yeah.
I hope those wires you cut aren't involved.
No, those mostly were just the doors, so we should be all right.
It's fine.
Most likely, yeah. Right, well, I know how to turn it off, so open it up.
This poor chief is now being held by an eye stalk. Like, can't go anywhere. Unless you want to drag him over, Cyrus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drag him over like a little bit gently, not trying to rip it off, but at the same
You
time.
put a gentle hand on the back
like
of the slug.
just keep
like,
moving.
Go, 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 go. And you, as you're moving the poor chief closer and closer, the key swings from his neck. You see the key, and I assume you just rip it off. Yeah, rip it off, and you go over to the hyperdrive regulator. Now, are you trying to turn the hyperdrive regulator off first? Or the-
Cyrus is waiting for Q.
We just need to get it open so that we can turn it off and then dismantle it. There's like a hatch that's closing the thing in, right? We just can't even access it right now.
Yeah, imagine the center of the TARDIS.
Yeah, we just need to turn that off so we
Yeah.
can actually remove it.
Yeah. But do you know the order of operation?
Like PEMDAS?
As far as I am aware, we couldn't even do anything else with it without turning off the force field thing first, whatever the heck that was.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we were told, I believe.
Yes. Sure. Okay,
We're
so
gonna blow ourselves up. Out of character, we're gonna blow ourselves up.
Anything you want to tell me before we jam your eyeball in that thing and open it right up? No? Nothing at all?
roll a history for me. Roll a history for me.
Oh, boy.
History.
History,
History?
huh?
Yes.
I don't get
I'm okay at those. but not amazing.
6.
14.
History. Oh, Hieronymus.
22.
Pearl.
Good to know that some of us
Somebody's
know
got
the
your back.
history.
I'm good
Alright.
with history, but apparently not this history.
Okay, so Flux.
Hmm.
Because you've only worked with old Bessie's half hyperdrive for a while, you've never really encountered a regulator. You know what it does. You know what it's needed for. You know that the ship you're going after needs it. That's about it. Pearl, this is in your database somewhere, I assume. And Hieronymus, is this a job that you've done in the past?
Sure.
Or, okay, so both of you know that regulator, or at least general idea, is that that is what keeps everything from shaking apart. And if you take it, turn it off, take it out first, everything will shake apart. So to get the hyperdrive regulator home with you, you have to turn off hyperdrive first and then
Yeah.
take the regulator.
We knew that.
I just want to make sure that we're not putting eye stalks to devices and yanking things.
Wait. If we open it up and put his eyeball to it, does that immediately turn it off? I thought it just opened it up so we could
It
interact
gives you
with it.
access to it. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page
Yeah.
Before we
before
blow everything
anything happens.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Yes, Cyrus, you smash this poor guy's eye into the biometric and take the key, turn it, and the whole thing like hisses and snaps and door opens. And now you see the regulator itself inside, and you can kind of feel a heat coming off of it.
All right, well, now I think that the engineer here, the chief, should definitely help you shut this down, because if I just reach in there and grab it, this entire train's going to blow up, right? Right, engineer? Right, chief? So maybe you should go over there and help him stop the train before I do that. Because that'd be a shame if we all were to die and you never got to finish that delicious sandwich you were working on.
Not the sandwich.
Was a good sandwich.
Yeah.
Come on, turn the thing off.
He's got my eye.
Oh, you can let go of the eye now.
Cyrus just lets him go.
Yeah,
Sort of casually, like, holding on to the gun as I watch him do it.
Cyrus is picking his coffee back up.
take a sip, babes. Yeah, Flux, are you intimidating?
I
Or
don't.
trying?
I mean, I guess I can.
Yeah, I'm curious if you're just watching or if you're doing anything with
I
that.
can certainly try my best.
Mm-hmm.
My best is a -1. I rolled a nat 1, and I have a -2 on those.
Can I try and intimidate?
I find it really funny how it's like, oh, the things you're good at, you roll well on, and the things you aren't good at, you can't roll anything on.
Anything on them. The dice know.
The dice know,
The dice
man.
That's
always
a
know.
7.
Okay, good. Great.
We're so scary.
You're very scary. The chief starts sputtering. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself. This is a luxury train, but also there are people on it who have no other place to go, and you're gonna stop this train in the middle of space.
Does this guy have? He's just like slug-like, right? He's just got like a long tail. I'm gonna shoot him in the tail.
Sure.
Okay, so
Cyrus is
we're
gonna
100,
try to
that's
intimidate
fine.
him again, but okay.
Yeah.
13 to hit. He's a big guy, sort of.
He is a big guy, and I didn't think I would have to be doing combat just yet.
fuck.
Oh, I'm just trying to injure him. It's fine.
That doesn't hit.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But
Can I just
it
try
comes
and-
close and it intimidates him, I
Well,
bet you.
I did
Cyrus-
just shoot at him.
Cyrus sighs because this is now the second time he's had to set down his coffee. He's really getting pissed off. Sets down his coffee, crosses his arms, and walks up to the guy as.
Wow. Damn.
That's a 23 for intimidation.
you just stand there looming, I
Yeah.
assume. Yeah. Yeah, so the chief goes over and just starts flicking switches, muttering to himself like, damn, space mercenaries don't know a good thing when they see it. This creates so many new jobs.
Yeah, but they're non-union jobs.
I wasn't talking to anybody on the ship.
I don't care about your right-to-work train.
So the the lights all turn off on the server rack in
Right.
rows. But nothing happens. The train is still going very fast. You can kind of feel it. Nothing seems to have changed. And you start to kind of sway a little bit, and then you look out through the hallway and you can see right out, like just enough that you can see kind of hyperspace starts to like peel away. It looks like a physical manifestation of ribbons coming away. It's just such an odd peeling
You good?
Whoa.
sight. And then you see stars. And
That's really pretty.
and then the train just stops. And
What? It's like, and just
well,
stops.
it doesn't
immediately?
it doesn't like hit you, but it was going, and now you can feel there's no more motion.
All right. Well, now we gotta get this thing out of here.
So it's not moving at all.
It's not
now.
moving at all.
All right. Get the thing out. Come on.
It's open.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Gonna point the gun at him again.
It's
Help
open.
us get it out.
It's open. You get it out. It's not gonna blow up.
Look at the other two
Can I
engineers who are
insight check
tied up.
that?
Yeah.
Cyrus is gonna start.
15.
I mean, you can see in it. You can see in it now. There's no glowing anything. The waves of heat are kind of slowly dissipating. Everything's kind of cooling and down, and you can see the lights in it have gone down. And it has a fuse-like structure, so it's very, very fragile, but it could be kind of manipulated out.
All right. You have an SOS beacon on this thing?
I'm in the middle of the car.
No, not here. Not now. I mean, in general. You can call it for help if you need it.
I'm gonna have to walk to train 103.
You don't even have legs.
Cyrus is gonna start heading like towards the door that has like all of the guards, the one that we just came from, just to make sure that there's no one coming.
I'm gonna
this
start
way.
dismantling this thing.
Okay.
I need to remove it from the car. I mean, not just dismantle the whole thing. I mean, like, just take it out.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Unless you have greasy fingers,
I don't.
you just take it.
Oh, great. Okay. Just have to dismantle a couple things, I guess.
Well, it's like if you were to kind of remove batteries. You know how there's a spring you gotta like push down and yeah.
That was surprisingly easy.
Yeah.
How big is it, by the way?
Yeah.
How heavy is it?
I know that there are people that listen to this without watching the video, and I'm very sorry that you get the descriptions of, yeah.
It's about 2 feet wide, everybody.
It's about like a football and a half.
Sure. Fair enough.
Units of measurement.
How heavy is it, Brittany?
How heavy is
Americans will measure using anything but the metric system.
it? Yep. 18 pounds.
Oh, that's really light. Okay.
It's 2.5 footballs.
Sling the rifle over my back.
It's like a small baby.
Weird.
Valerian baby.
All right. So
there
let's
anyone
get this thing
coming?
out of here.
Yes.
Pulling out weapon.
All right, everyone, let's go.
Pulling out.
I'm not that strong.
Pulling out.
Smell comes up. Is like, hey, do you need like a hand? with
Yeah.
that?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we'd really like that. Here.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Help us get it onto our ship.
Uh,
I know. It's right over there.
Okay.
I know, crazy landing. We'll tell you all about it in a moment.
Okay. Great. There are people coming. Are you leaving your crab?
No.
Then-
God, no. He's coming with.
Don't you dare.
Just give a little whistle. Yeah, scuttles over.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like save Schmel, save the crab, then save like Hieronymus.
Yeah, there's a priority list here.
Yeah, there is a priority list. Cool. You can kind of hear people now. And we are headed back to the fuel tanks.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. I do not have a map for the engine tanks.
Have
so
I fiddled with these doors enough
I was
to
gonna
know like
say.
the quickest route to seal them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because I want to do that to the door behind us
Sure.
as we go into the fuel area.
Yeah, I'll certainly give it that to you. So yeah, everybody scuttles out. You usher people through.
Just pull a bunch of wires.
and it's
Right.
kind of it's perma-locked for the time being.
Well, good luck, everybody.
So, we now have old Bessie stuck between some tanks here.
Gently landed.
Gently landed, but
Stuck.
stuck.
Now, how do we climb on top of these things? Is there ladders up to the top of these?
We climb down.
There should be a rope.
We got rope.
10 feet of rope.
There's at least rope. If not, I will. Yeah, there's a couple ladders on some of the fuel tanks because they need checked from the top. So, however you want to tell me you get on old Bessie. you
Cyrus
get
is
on.
gonna wait for everyone else to load, just in case anyone breaks through. So he
Okay.
Cyrus should be like firing up the engines and getting ready to fly away.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're kind of our pilot, so get up there.
Yeah.
Come on, get.
So let Shooty McGun guy keep us covered there, watching the entrance.
It's actually kind of accurate, although I would like to get out of here, like, now!
Cyrus sizing like, if y'all die, it's your own fault.
Schmel coming with us.
Until you
for-
tell
for
them
now.
otherwise, Schmel is coming with you.
Schmel, we're gonna
be
make you
heartbroken.
famous. You're gonna be the most famous violin player in the galaxy.
That's not really my goal.
What's your goal?
Well,
As you're going up, Cyrus, we're asking.
Cyrus is going
it's
up.
really not about, because it's not about fame. When you're doing art, you really want to be known for your actual, the things that you create, right? So it's not about fame, because that can be so quick and so ephemeral, right? So
Right.
what you're really looking for is about the
As this
musical-
happens, Flux is just attaching his suction cups to the tank behind him and just slowly pulling himself up backwards.
While maintaining eye
Yeah,
contact.
just listening, like, getting slightly higher.
And then, Schmel looks up.
Schmel.
How do
Hand it to him. Gonna point towards 377 over there. Just,
So I'm like hanging on.
he's holding up his arms so that he can grab the thing from Schmel, the device.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hands it off. You gotta hand it off.
I think he has those, like, he's got those attachment things. We can climb up
Didn't
the
he have like
tanks,
little,
I think.
little
Is
magnet hands or something?
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
those little, like, those opening bits that, like, stick to stuff.
Yeah.
So there is a rope or ladder of some kind, yes.
Yeah.
There is rope, yes.
I want to. I'm gonna go up to Schmel
Uh huh.
and I'm gonna say, hold on tight, and I'm gonna use my extra arms to hold him around the waist, and then I'm gonna use these arms to pull us
Yeah.
up.
I want to be clear. By the way, Schmel has not taken off his entire uniform.
Yep.
So you've just been talking to a helmet this whole
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah.
just
You don't
FYI.
even know what Schmel looks
No.
No, but he's endearing,
he
so
is
it's all
well,
right.
and he is charmed. So
Yep.
very
like, the
charmed
next, like, half an
He's
hour.
charmed, but so are you.
in our hearts.
Totally
I
not kidnapping
regret
him at all or
everything.
anything.
It's fine.
It'll be fine.
It is fine.
We
Okay.
have a cell and all that.
Okay.
We
No.
have
So
a cargo
No.
area.
we are now on old Bessie. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Like, we all
Can't leave
climbed
him
up.
behind.
One of my tentacles sort of hangs off the top towards you, Hieronymus. Wraps around your arm and pulls you up.
Ooh, that was gross. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm not really a super fond of him either, to be honest. Let's go.
Cyrus is working on getting everything powered up, but also does gently tap Otto on the head.
Hey, we have like 2 minutes. We got to go.
Do you think you would be able to do what I did in reverse? Get us out of here.
Otto, if you don't do it, we're all gonna die, so we kind of need your help here.
Otto, if you do this, I will trust you with some other landing missions. I need to see that you can do this, okay? This will be your test.
Flux is getting nervous. he's going out to the cannons and making sure they work.
Can I roll to understand Otto?
Yeah.
What
yeah.
do you need me to roll?
I think we did what, intelligence last time? That's
I
fine.
don't remember.
Do intelligence. That's fine.
Cool.
We don't have a lot of time, everybody. Come
Cyrus
on.
raises an eyebrow. He's like, "Are you saying you cannot do it?"
There's like a red glowing happening.
I love how sassy you made an orb.
You've made this orb sassy.
I rolled a 12.
Okay.
It's fine.
Assumptions are being made. So Otto boots up the screen, and you see a lot of algorithms again. And basically, you see your flight path, but reversed. And it's kind of exactly what you asked for. So let me just say how this is going to work.
Oh no.
So, Cyrus,
Yes.
you need to make DC 20 check. Whatever stat you want to make. You can use anybody's help as long as you explain to me how.
Okay.
First help action is advantage. Any others become a +2 to the roll.
Okay.
And as a reminder, there are 3 inspiration tokens on the table. And you can also, I will also say, Otto will give you an advantage as well.
And I also get advantage because I'm gonna say Constitution, just because like the dumb shit factor.
Okay, now I need you to really sell me on Constitution.
Okay, Constitution specifically, especially how he landed it. He stays calm no matter what's happening. Yeah, he landed it on the fuel tanks, but most people would be freaking out, panicking if they had to pull that. He had the Constitution to be able to land that without even like blinking an eye. Like that was just, you know, normal, everyday, chill, calm.
So you're going to use your Zen to take off.
Yes.
Okay. Are you taking any help from anybody other than Otto?
So taking help from Otto, probably also.
And anybody at the table can offer help, but
Yeah, I can give you a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
As Hieronymus says, come on, Cyrus, you got this, man. You put this down here, you can take it right back out the way you did. I got you, big guy. You got us safe and sound. Boom, take an extra D6 you can use on this roll.
I'm gonna go down into the engine room
But
and
you got
make
10
sure
minutes,
that the
so make it
anti-gravity
quick.
thrusters are working right.
Yes.
It's kind of important.
And then
So are we adding?
I guess I add what, 2?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'm doing my help thing.
Okay. Great. So +2. Pearl, are you adding anything?
Don't fuck this up, buddy.
There are plenty of ways that you can help.
Is there?
Yeah. I mean, we've got Bardic Inspiration, which is just words of affirmation. You can,
I'm gonna rub Cyrus.
You could walk.
Okay.
Okay.
Rub Cyrus is extra Zen. So, okay. So here's how I see it.
all 4 arms.
Yeah. Are you using your
Magic
inspiration?
fingers.
Okay.
They
So
actually
the inspiration can be a reroll for you.
Okay.
So here's how I see it. We've got your advantage, Otto's advantage, +6, +2, +2, and a reroll if you need it. Okay.
We got it. It's
So-
fine.
Plus a D6.
Plus a D6.
I want to
Sorry,
know
plus a
just
D6.
how high this is. Okay. Or she's just psyching us out.
So you
That's
have
possible,
advantage.
too. Yes. I don't need it.
Oh my
Could you roll
god.
another nat-
I don't need
20?
it. I don't need it.
What is up with these fuel tanks and your dice? What?
Brady, I will take a picture if you want. I don't need it.
No, I believe you.
It's a 20, guys. I don't know what to say.
Take a picture.
You've got to be shitting me. It was a miracle that you got us into here. And the fact that you're just like, it's fine. Like,
We're all like, we're never gonna make. It's good. We'll never make it. We made it. We
Sorry,
did,
it's
guys.
just cool as shit. Just boots it back up.
it was that shoulder rub, really.
Yeah.
Kept you extra zen.
Yeah. So, let me ask you this. Do you use Otto's help, or you just kind of forget that Otto is there and just go?
Cyrus pretends to use Otto's
Got it.
help
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Like,
to not hurt his
Can you
feelings.
roll a performance for that?
If you want me to roll,
Yeah,
I want
do
to
it.
know
I'm gonna
how
roll
good you
so
are at
bad.
pretending.
Actually, no. My performance for that is a not natural 20.
okay, all right.
Okay.
All right, so Otto's zipping around your head, and you're like, looking at the screen and looking up and doing
But
your
just so chill.
doing your chill piloting.
Cyrus, how goes takeoff? We good up there?
We're good.
All right.
Like actually good?
We're out. We're already out.
What? I just got down here.
What? Well, the second part. Don't forget now. We do still need to pick up the other.
Yeah, I know. I have the remote. Get us close. Get us close.
We are now gonna pilot there.
Okay,
I'm
Let's
gonna
hope
rush
this is
back
not
on
where
deck.
everything goes to shit.
great.
Don't you fucking
I still have the
jinx
inspiration at least.
You do still have the inspiration. You are looking for what car are we looking for again? The armory. Car
was just-
504. Because you're not, train is not fucking moving, so you can find this car pretty easily. And what are we doing with Old Bessie? Are we trying to like do a latch on or?
I assume so.
Yeah, I assume we're doing a latch on. So.
Okay. You don't really have any grappling equipment, so I will say that if you want to try to like bury your like feet of Old Bessie into the train car, you got to make like a heavy landing.
Yep.
So DC 17.
If you land hard enough, all the oxygen will leave, and then they're all fucked. So make sure to do that.
Good to know.
That's really
So that's
actually pretty good. Not as good.
I'm going to use the inspiration.
Okay, reroll.
Oh.
And you got that D6 still, because you didn't use
still
it.
have that
Still have a
D6.
D6. Give me back the.
With the inspiration.
Give me this back.
So what was your highest roll? Was a 13, right?
Yeah, my highest roll was a 13.
Okay.
So 17.
Yeah.
So it's a 17.
Yeah. 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 All right, you're on top of the train car.
I'm gonna go.
I was
I'm
gonna use
looking
that
at the
for
thing, and I'm gonna pull out my little remote device and just flick a little sigil on it. Should be
And-
open.
Yeah, so you can kind of see that the force of the decoupling starts to put the two adjacent cars like tilting down a little bit, which the interior passengers won't notice because the gravity is on. And now we have Old Bessie, everybody on Old Bessie, and you've got Armory underneath you with several Zolarians inside.
Oh, I thought they all came running down to us.
kinda what
A
I was
couple,
thinking,
couple
yeah.
of them did. There are still several. There are some hungover ones inside.
Well, they're gonna get a lot more sick now.
Yep,
And
they're
if you just-
very sick, and there may or may not be people in the brig. So that's something we'll have to deal with later, because that is where I'm going to end this session.
Yay! We actually did
We're
it.
off the train, and we've got 2 minutes for me to do this outro.
And Schmel is here.
And Schmel is here.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching Health Hits Experience. Boy, howdy. Today's adventure was brought to you by Colorado Brown. Music and sound effects provided by Sirenscape. I used a combination of different sounds, including their Train to Salem sound, which was very good and very exciting. And thank you to Sirenscape. Thank you to Brandon Montgomery and Alex Giomuel Gonzalez in the control room. I'm gonna get it one of these days. He's taken the camera off of me because he's so mad. I'm so sorry. Special thanks to Community Access Media for the use of their facilities and equipment. Join us again next week as we are now back in space. We will see you later, and goodbye.